Welcome back, you milky macho men, to Zmer. My name's Attacking Toucans, and in the last episode, we got this fresh jar of princess bath water. Yeah, it's pretty good. You can see it up in the corner right there. There's a little princess in there. So we got her by finishing Woodfall Temple and beating Adolwa, and now we're gonna take her to her father. These Deku Scrubs are so oblivious. Like, we literally transform right in front of them, and they still fall for it. But I guess they are plants. I'm not sure how big of brains plants have. Okay, so this might ruin the environment, but the Deku Palace looks very Christmassy. Like, everything is white, red, and green. Just like they're really big fans of Christmas. Oh, thank God they haven't started torturing the monkey yet. That's like the one nice thing about doing things out of order, is like not having to watch the monkey being tortured by being dipped into boiling water over and over again. This game gets so dark. What are you waiting for, Mr. Lawrence? I forgot her name was Lawrence. We see the name like once every 5 episodes. Oh, my princess, my darling princess, you are right. I was so worried. That's right, you show that, asshole. Deku Scrubs have some elaborate fashion. I'm all here for it. I can see them at the gala. What are you doing? Let this monkey go this instant! Deku Scrub eyeballs are a really weird thing. For some reason, they always put like markings on their face with like makeup to make it look like they have separate eyeballs. Like, look at her eyes. Her eyes are those sad little orange dots on her face, but she put like 2 white dots on the top of her forehead to make her look like more of like a ditzy, perky princess. There's like 2 different emotions on her face. Oh, Mr. Monkey, I'm truly sorry. Father does some rash things when he's worried about me. I understand, Princess. Forget about that. Has the temple been returned to normal? Dang, what a good sport. Really? So you're called Lawrence, are you? I guess so. I still feel really good about saving this monkey before he got boiled alive. We are out here doing the Lord's work. Thank you for keeping your promise to me. You're welcome. Aw. What a wholesome exchange. As a symbol of our gratitude, our butler has prepared a little something for you. Please accept it. You'll find it in the shrine that will be to your right when you leave the palace. Alright, and the thing they prepared is one of my favorite parts about this whole entire game. Although we're gonna have to wait and do it in a second because we need to run a quick errand. We need to go get the hands some toilet paper back in Clocktown, because we need to get that key for Stone Tower Temple real bad. Now, I thought of a new name for these enemies. For now on, I want to call them Slizzards. You know, from that one Far East Movement song, like a G6? When we drink, we do it right. Getting slizzard. It's some like weird phrase that they only use in that song, and I've never heard that word be used by anyone else in the whole entire world ever again. So instead, I'm now naming those lizards Slizzards, after the Far East Movement, a practically one-hit wonder group. Alright, so I came to get this express mail for Mama, or should we say Mamamoo? So many people seem to like me calling my mom last episode. Maybe I should make that like a running thing during my videos, like just call some random family member and ask them a question and get like their opinion on something during the commentary. I feel like everybody in my family is pretty funny, especially like all my grandparents are so funny. Like, if I get my sense of humor from anybody, it's like straight up from my grandparents. They are some of the funniest people I've ever met in my whole entire life, and like both sides of the family. But yeah, my mom is like one of the nicest people I've ever met in the world. She's almost like too good for the world. Like, my mom's biggest problem is that she puts everybody else before herself, which is like a good thing and a bad thing, because sometimes you can't put other people before yourselves, but she always will, and like, it's one of the reasons why I have to love her so much. She is such a commendable human being. Shoutouts to Mamamoo Toucans. Alright, we're gonna sneak into the stockpot inn by going on top of the balcony. Now, speaking of balconies, the house I live in now, one of my favorite things about it is we have this like front balcony that's a pretty good size, and it's just like such a chill hangout spot for like me and my friends and roommates to hang out. I'm like really thankful for it. We just bought some porch lights from Target yesterday to hang up tonight so we can be even more chill. Alright, time to meet up with our good friend, Sir Fingernail Feces. Paper, please! I don't think I've ever played the game Papers, Please. I know that's like a really popular game, but I have never partaken in the parchment. Can somebody get this man some air freshener? Alright, there's our Stone Tower key. We should probably just go ahead and go to Stone Tower first and see how far we can get in there, because there's going to be a lot more chests And I just want to really finish that up in this 3-day cycle. But we will still go back and race the butler, because we still want to do that in the 3-day cycle as well, because I really don't feel like fighting Adolwa again. Even though, I mean, at the same time, it wasn't bad at all. Like, how long did it take us? Like 5 seconds? That was like the easiest fight ever with Fierce Deity. Anyways, I'll meet you guys back in that room we last left off in the Stone Tower Temple. Alright, we are back in this gigantic room that we got stuck in last time. So we only have one more key. And I know there's going to be another locked door somewhere in the temple. I honestly just forget where it is. I'm really, really hoping that it won't prevent us from getting the rest of the stray fairies, though, because, like, that's the one thing that I want to get done in this temple, even if I can't finish it in this 3-day cycle. Because beating the temple itself does suck a little bit, but the real time-consuming thing is getting all the stray fairies. I guess at the same time, I have to go and recollect all the keys again. I don't think I had to have the keys turned on either. Like, I'm pretty sure I just selected that myself because I liked the extra challenge. And I'm not sure how much of a challenge bottle sanity would be, because I've heard some like weird stuff about it. Like how the Deku Scrub, you know how you put her in a bottle? Well, you can find her in the place of something else. So every single stray fairy that you try to put in a bottle in the game could end up being the Deku Princess, and that would be a really interesting situation. There'd just be a bunch of Deku Princess clones. Which I guess makes sense. I mean, she is just a plant. Wow, I guess Goron Link is not able to punch Goop. Get out of here, flubber. Alright, so while we do this puzzle, how about that Nintendo Direct yesterday? Ended up not being exactly what I was expecting, but at the same time, I wasn't let down. I was still pretty happy. Well, I mean, I'll always be let down by any Nintendo Direct that does not showcase Pikmin 4. So, I mean, that logic, I guess that was a letdown. But apart from that, if you take that out of the equation, it was a pretty good one. I cannot believe how many games are still coming out for the Switch in 2019. And Nintendo is just going so hard. And I feel like we're still not even getting like full force Nintendo, because I feel like it hasn't been enough time since they discontinued the 3DS for all the 3DS developers to be making games for the Switch. So I think we're going to start seeing a lot more like Nintendo related games on the Switch in 2020, 2021, and moving forward, as all the developers just put all of their efforts into the Switch. And I'm really excited for that. But anyways, I think the top 3 things that I was most excited for that was announced yesterday during the Direct would be them adding Super Nintendo games to Nintendo Switch Online, because Super Nintendo, that's my first console that I ever owned, and I have a lot of games on that console that I love. And especially just getting into Super Metroid recently, like, I am here for it. Because even though I just got the SNES Classic, I still kind of would prefer to play it on the Switch, because with the SNES Classic, you get to play with the SNES controller, and it has a cord on it, which is a little bit inconvenient. I'd rather just play with like my wireless controllers, you know. I still am kind of sad because there's no Donkey Kong Country yet, but I'm sure they'll bring it. But I really want the Donkey Kong Country trilogy on my Switch. But then I'm also really excited for the fact that they announced that they're going to be adding more than one more DLC character. Because after they announced Terry, which I'm going to admit I had never heard of Terry or Fatal Fury before they announced Terry as a character for the Direct. Get out of here, so annoying. But after they announced him, there was supposed to only be one more DLC character coming, but Sakurai was like, Smash Bros. Has been selling a lot of copies, and it's been making us like a lot of money. Like, we've probably been getting like $10 million per DLC character minimum, and it only costs us like a fraction of that to create. So yeah, we're just gonna add more characters because, you know, why not? And I'm all here for it. So more Smash Bros. Characters. At the same time, I was like a little bit happy that we were gonna kind of like take a break from like conspiracizing what characters they were gonna add to Smash Bros. Because that debate can get a little bit exhausting sometimes. But at the same time, I would overall rather than add more characters to Smash. Even though like it doesn't matter to me that much anymore, because I don't even play Smash that much. I used to play so much when I was younger. It's hard for me to play like a lot of it nowadays because the game just feels, it's like one of those games where you don't feel very invested. It's like I've kind of like, as I've gotten older, I've kind of like gotten away from games that aren't like story based, because like now I just like to have like a good story, and I like to like witness some good culture and stuff. And Smash Bros is like eye candy, and it is really fun, but it's not quite the type of game that suits like my binging habits, I guess would be the best way to put it. But yeah, overall, more Smash Bros characters. I mean, that just keeps the hype up, and everything nowadays, everything in 2019 is all about the hype. That's all people truly care about nowadays. I mean, look at Supreme, that freaking logo. I don't like freaking expensive brands. I don't see a point in spending money on expensive clothing. But that's just me personally. I can see why other people would. See, I think overall, like, buying cheaper clothes, like, I think people who buy clothes at thrift shops and, like, put together cheap outfits end up sometimes looking cooler than people who spend, like, a lot of money on their clothes. Just because it's cool to see people get creative with it. And then the third thing from the Direct I'm most excited for is Xenoblade Remastered for the Nintendo Switch. And the reason I'm excited for it is because I know that Xenoblade is, like, a phenomenal game franchise. Forget which way I want to go first. I'm just gonna head this way first, I guess. But yeah, I'm like super aware that Xenoblade is a like phenomenal franchise, but just like playing a game on the Wii that's cost like $80, it's not really a investment I wanted to make. But overall, I've been wanting to get into the Xenoblade games because like the second one is out for the Switch, but I don't want to play the second one until they play the first one. So I think it's gonna make it more accessible. Because I'm like, the way I feel about remastered games is kind of interesting. I personally would prefer there to be a lot of remastered games, even if it prevents like brand new games from coming out. Just because like the more new games that come out, the more games I feel like I'm missing out on, like the more things that people have played that I feel like I don't feel included on when it comes to the conversation. And so I'd rather like more games be remastered so I can kind of like catch up on more of the classics and like be a part of more of the conversations that are being had about these games than them just releasing more and more stuff and me not being able to keep up with anything. Because I'm like, it's kind of like a blessing and a curse for me, but I'm kind of addicted to just culture, I guess, if that's the way to put it. I like keeping up with like the new songs coming out, the new movies, new TV shows, new games. I think everybody does to a certain extent. But I like start to feel like a little bit insecure in a way sometimes if I'm not informed enough to be a part of like some sort of like nerd culture. And so the less things that can be formed, the better, which, I mean, as entertainment gets more and more popular, I don't think there's going to be any less entertainment. I think we're just going to enter into this. I don't know. It's a weird, interesting topic, and maybe I'm the only person who thinks this. Maybe I just need to see a therapist. Another way I might feel this way is because as a YouTuber, I get lots of comments on like Twitch and YouTube, and a lot of people will say like, have you seen this anime, or have you played this game, or do you know about this, or do you know about this? And it's just like, no, I don't. All I do is play Ocarina time over and over again. I'm sorry. I don't think comments like that are bad at all, but I think it can also be overwhelming to people if they get lots of questions like that. Now, I say I should get a psychologist, but I talk about psychology a lot. Like, maybe I should just become a psychologist. I don't know. Oh yeah, this bridge. I love this bridge. Just don't get hit by the bubbles. Wait, I should probably just kill them first. That'd be the smarter thing to do. Don't just like run through willy-nilly. Willy-nilly. Where did that freaking come from? People just like rhyming words. That's something that it was probably somebody like me, honestly. They were just trying to think of an intro for a YouTube video back in like the 1950s. And they're like, what's up, you willy-nillies? Welcome back to Zmur. It's like totally something I would come up with for a freaking name for my audience. The willy-nillies. Ooh. Na 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 Batman! This is like the better version of Batman, because he actually has bat superpowers. Does Batman do anything with bats? I don't think so. Oh crap, we've been jinxed. That's right. I guess we owe him a soda. Is Fierce Deity Link jinxed though? I almost called him Fierce Deity Dink again. I don't know why I keep accidentally calling him that. Whoa, bro. Okay. Film Adventures of Billy and Mandy has gotten a lot scarier since the last time I've seen it. Jeez, he has so many bats. Okay, I'm gonna like back up for a second. Grab some of these hearts. Oh yeah, I forgot, you have to use the light arrows. See, I do think it is pretty good that they balanced out Fierce Deity Link by not allowing you to use items while you have him with you as well. Okay, is this him showing his open spot? Yeah. Jeez, there's like an infinite amount of bats. Is he made of bats? It's like that one, I saw like this one article about this like scary TV show that came out, and there was this boy that was made of teeth. And I thought that was like the most cursed picture I'd ever seen. Oh my god, I'm almost dead. I'll give a fairy, I don't care. Did we almost die to this guy, even with Fierce Deity Link? Okay, I need to like stop talking for a second and just pay attention to what I'm doing. What? Wow. That's such a bitchatry. Okay, I need to be careful. I don't have another fairy now. How does he die? How did I? That's like the thing about this game is like, I know a lot about it, but then there's just some things. It's always like the combat related things that I suck at. Like, I guess even when I played the game when I was younger, I would just kind of like spam my way through shit, and I just kind of like have carried those habits into my adult playing, and I didn't realize like how bad it was until comments call me out and point out like how bad I am at playing these games, and then I become all self-conscious about playing it, and so then I have to like wait before I play it more so I don't let people down. Oh my gosh, dude! Wait, is he open? Can I hit him? Thank you. Oh, damn, he's right up in my face. We almost kissed under the quad sun. I think we should have an ice cold drink after that. No, I'm feeling pretty stressed. Let's wash down the sorrows. What do I even say? I don't even know what I'm saying sometimes. I'm sorry, I'm like calling out my commentary a lot this episode. Dang it, all that for a red rupee. I got jinxed, I died. All of that for a rupee. Alright, well that was a waste. I was hoping for another small key for the stone tower so I could finish the temple completely in this 3-day cycle, you feel me? I forget where I go after this. Isn't there like another place for me to glide to? Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to actually just go back into those hallways that I was in earlier. Oh wait, no. I need to go in that door right there. That door is kind of like hidden off to the side. Do you see it? See it like right over there? It's like kind of a little hallway. I guess you're supposed to like walk through it and not notice it until you're walking back, huh? That makes sense. Alright, let's ploop over here. Oh, okay, I see the last locked door. It's up in the area that normally has the Giant's Mask. Ooh, down to the final day. Yeah, that's not good. We definitely need to hurry now. Okay, can you just freaking blow up? Boom. Thank you. Whoa, that one's going crazy. But yeah, so last episode's comment question of the day. I talked about how you would feel about going to a nursing home, because lots of older people complain about nursing homes whenever like their family puts them in there. But that's because like nursing homes right now probably suck, and the people who live in nursing homes didn't grow up with technology, so they're not like connected to social media and stuff the way we probably will be. And so I got some of your opinions, and lots of people like were pointing out how we would probably have like complete immersive VR by the time we're elderly people. I mean, because the technology is already really decent. Like, where's it going to be in 50 more years? Because they'll probably, like, put it straight into your brain, so it's not even a visual thing. It's, like, a straight-up other thing. Whoa, yeah. Fly arrows flip this guy upside down. Forgot about that. Oh, he just killed himself. That's not cool, man. Why would you do that to yourself? Okay, so I think what we got to do now is I think we have pretty much finished up everything in the temple. All we got to do is flip it back over and go reopen all the chests that are upside down for us. So let's go ahead, grapple onto this, and go outside and flip this temple over again. So another thing about the nursing homes is there was a couple people who said that if their family put them in a nursing home, they would be pissed and they would take their family off of their will. And I'm not sure if I would feel that way. I honestly don't want my family to take care of me at a really old age if I need to be taken care of. I don't want my family's quality of life to be lessened because they're trying to take care of me. Like, I'd rather us just like pay somebody else or something, which I guess in that sense it's ruining somebody else's quality of life for having to take care of me, but they're getting paid to do it, which I hopefully my family won't even have to be a part of that process at all. Hopefully I'll have enough money to where I can like somewhat take care of myself and just like hire somebody to like sort of watch over me and be my caretaker. I just don't want them to have to waste their time on me, because I feel like there's so many other things in the world that they could accomplish, and that taking care of an old version of me, if I'm not able to take care of myself, is like the last thing they should be worried about. So this person pretty much said that they wouldn't want to have to socialize with people that they met in high school on Facebook while they're in a nursing home. And I don't think that would be the case if you were to go to a nursing home. I don't think when you're 70 years old, you're still going to be socializing with the people that you met in high school. Like, I'm 25 years old, and the amount of people I talk to from high school is like little to none. Like, I talked to maybe a few people from high school, but Like, it's at that point in my life almost doesn't seem like it exists anymore. Like, I have like a completely new life instead of friends. And I feel like that's the case. Like, whenever you're in a nursing home, you're not going to be talking to people you met in high school unless you have like a best friend or two that like you still really attached to. I don't know. Where was the chest in here? I swear, this has to be the best temple music ever created. I'm not sure if I've ever heard like a video game soundtrack as good as this song. No, bonefish. Where did the bonefish like go whenever we flip it out? Like, all the water drains out of this room whenever you flip it upside down. How does it refill? And like, where did the wildlife come from? Oh my gosh. I'm just trying to land on this platform, bro. Please, thank you. Oh gosh, here. Wow, they are just like right in the way, aren't they? Stop. Is this 15? I think so. We got all 15. Thank the goddesses. Is there any more chests in this temple? I feel like I'm missing some. Oh, there's one, but we're gonna have to find the key to get to it. So we're gonna do a few more things in this 3-day cycle and hope that we find the last key for the Stone Tower Temple. Because if we don't, I'm gonna have to come through and redo it all again. Although it's not gonna be as bad because I'm not gonna have to collect the stray fairies like I said earlier. And I want to finish on this comment where somebody said, like, when we're in our 50s, places where people our age are hanging out are just going to be a bunch of old people playing Smash Bros. And having The Office on repeat. And yeah, you're pretty much right about that. Just replace The Office with like Avatar: The Last Airbender or My Hero Academia, because I'm honestly not a huge fan of The Office. The type of humor they use in that isn't my favorite. I know I'm like the only person from our generation that probably doesn't like The Office. No, I'm sure you guys are pretty similar to me. I'm sure there's a lot of you guys who also don't like The Office. I think it's a bit overrated for sure. All right, let's go ahead and take these stray fairy shards back to the botanical boob job herself and get our reward. I wonder why the Gyptos are circling around the music box house. Like, do they sense that Pamela's dad is a Gyptos and they're trying to like free him? Like, maybe they're going on strike. Maybe they think Pamela is like a bad person because she's holding a Gyptos captive. Like, in their brains, they're the good guys and Pamela's the bad guy. The whole psychology between good and evil is such an interesting conversation. Wow. I collected all 15 stray fairy shards in Stone Tower Temple for a bundle of arrows. You have got to be freaking kidding me. I swear. This game is out to test my patience straight up. Okay, I'm pretty pissed after that, so to blow off some steam, let's go play the last minigame in the Honey and Darling shooting gallery. Because it's going to be arrow shooting, and now we have a full freaking quiver of arrows, so we might as well do it. Alright, this one, I don't know if it's going to be easy or hard. I don't think I've done this with my really crappy control stick. For those asking, I use a RetroLink USB GameCube control stick. And I don't really know what's up with my sensitivity. Like, I've changed it all over the place, and it never seems to truly do anything, so I probably just need to like use a new emulator and stuff. For a second I was like really tripping out. I thought the whole room was spinning, but no, the targets were just spinning around the room. This is honestly probably the easiest Honey and Darling game. There just isn't very many targets to shoot and you have a lot of time to do it. I don't think I've ever failed it. Although I say that now and I'm probably gonna fail this round just because I said that. Now, this would be a lot more difficult if they limited the amount of like arrows you had to use. So if like you could only miss a certain amount of times, but since it's only time-based, it's not too bad. Oh dang it, I was gonna shoot them real fast to show you that you could shoot them during the minigame as well. They get kind of pissed. I think if you shoot them multiple times, they'll actually end the game while you're playing it too. Honey, he got a perfect score 3 days in a row. This is all we have left to give him, honey. Key. Ooh, the powder keg. That's what I'm talking about. This isn't going to do much for us since we have that glitch that allows us to get into Romani Ranch on day 1 and 2. But we'll officially be able to go and help Romani with her alien situation now. And this will also allow us to completely finish Iconic Castle because you have to use a Goron keg to fight the boss there. Also, while it's on my mind, there's something else that I want to talk about that I completely forgot about. So there's another option when creating the randomizer that allows you to change the speed that time passes by, and you can change it from anywhere to 66% or 2/3 the original speed, all the way to 6 times the speed, which is like super fast. The clock is going really, really fast. And I made a seed like that and recorded it just to like test it out and show you guys how fast it is. And let me show you this footage real fast of just the time going by really, really fast. So this is the game modded with the clock going 6 times the original speed. The sun is yeeting his way around this clock. And I let it go for the full 3 days just to see how far I could get. I made it like all the way to the freaking witch's hut. It's as far as I could make it. And I timed it, and the full 3-day cycle ended up being about 12 minutes long. So yeah, very interesting option. If you have the time at 6 times the speed, I don't think it'd even be possible to beat the randomizer. Or yeah, I don't think you could actually even beat a temple in that time frame. It's there for like a joke, I guess. Unless if there is like a video out there where somebody's beating it with the time passing by like that, I would love to see it. Alright, so this should be the very last time that we come to the mountain smithy. The last time I want to see this guy's freaking nipples on either side of his overall string. It's so awkward. I kept you waiting, but it's done, see? The Giant's mask, okay. I always think this mask looks like something from Bionicles. I used to have like some of those action figures as a kid, and I always just like compared them so heavily. But that's another good prize. There it is. We can't make a sword stronger than that. Well, it's not a sword, but good try. Ugo, Ugo, Ugo. Okay, I totally forgot we needed that to also finish Stone Tower Temple, but it's good that we found that. So now all we really do need is the key. Wherever it may be, we're looking for that key. But anyways, with that note, I'm going to go ahead and head out. So thank you all for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up button, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.